I don't wanna stay, wanna live my own life. Wanna feel passion for something or someone that makes my world turn upside down. Wanna give it up for something or someone that's better than this. So don't be too offended, I had to leave. There's nothing in for me, no, I'm not fitting in. I packed my things to go. Am I being naive? But it's my choice to make. It's my new rebellious way. Choice to make, it's my new rebellious way. It's my new rebellious
welcome everyone. Welcome to the show. Welcome. As you can see, I am here again in the studio, and we still have the air conditioning right here. As you can see, it is warm here in the Netherlands, about 104 degrees Fahrenheit, 40, almost 41 degrees Celsius last Thursday, Wednesday, and yesterday, and today it finally got down to below 30, but it's still 28, 26, 27 degrees Celsius, and therefore it's really hot in the studio. But I thought it would be cool to still go live and talk about vMix. vMix is the software of choice when it comes to the way that I produce the show, how I switch between cameras like this one that you just saw, but also this one, which we were going to talk about in a few minutes, and of course this one back. But also picture-in-picture, like for instance this one that I can show you, or maybe even this one right there. So there is quite some possibilities here, and we are going to talk about vMix and how I have set it up, and maybe it's inspiration for you to come up with some cool setup. Or alternatively, what's also possible is that you can help me, because I still have some open points that I just that you just saw. It's with the end of the timer, which is not going well yet, and I can certainly use your help with that. So let's go ahead. And you can see that everything that can go wrong in the first time, but at least you can see some stuff going on here. Petra Verbruggen, that's my name, and if you want to support the show, go ahead. Go to techcondo.net, and there you /support, and there you can support the show for $5, $10, or $15 or $20 per month. That's fine. You can also, if you're on Twitch, tip me. That is also possible by, for instance, using this XR code right here. That is also a possibility that you have, and there are multiple other ways. But now my ticker is gone, so I have a very bad day today. No, I don't. It's fine. It just happens, right? So there you go. It's back. All right. So today I'm going to talk about vMix and what it can do for you and your production. And well, as you can see, this is vMix right here on your screen on the right hand side. And this is also the choice that I have. By the way, you see that this is the air conditioner, and there's another computer right here, which we will also talk about, even though it's not vMix, but we will definitely talk about that computer also during this walkthrough. I am also aware that a lot of people are at the moment having a vacation, so don't worry about it. But if you are live, please tell me where you come from, and so that I know who you are and where, and you know, if you like this kind of a show. All right, let's do this. Let's show the screen. So this is the well, come to think of it, let's do it like this. So this is the screen that I'm using also for the show. So it's a quite if you look at this kind of a screen for the first time, it's quite a lot of different things going on, but it's very logical, and I will walk you through step by step. And of course I will do that in a bigger environment, so don't worry about it. But I will switch between those two that you now see, just because it's easier to show what I'm talking about. So let's go to this one. First and foremost, you see on this side, on the right hand side, you see what we call the preview. So this is the screen, the preview screen that I use to see if something is ready to rock and roll. So I can also put in some other stuff here. You can see that I can change whatever I want there, but you don't see it happening on the full screen, right? So so this is really the preview screen right here. On the right hand side, you see the one that I am which is program, which is live. This is actually what is going live to the internet, and as a matter of fact, it's not going only to one channel, but it's going to 3 channels at the same time, being 1 Facebook, 2 YouTube, and 3 Twitch. Not in a particular order, by the way. I don't care. It's just the way it was set up. But so 1 is Facebook, 2 is YouTube, and 3 is Twitch, which is also the maximum amount that I can handle with my amount of data that I have. Now, in the middle of the two, you see ways to go from left to right, from preview to live or program. So, for instance, I can say cut, and then it cuts to the full screen of me, or I go back to that. I can also do a fade, like so. Go back. I could do a what they call a merge, like so, which is roughly the same thing at this moment. I can do a wipe, like a little bit of a Star Wars thing going on there. I can do a stinger, which is really cool. This is something that Paul Dixon has been working on. Let's do it. And then I'm going there, and I can also go back, and we're back to this one. And of course, there's fade to black, which I'm not going to use, but you can understand what that is. Then you have this one here, which allows me to switch between the two and do whatever I want between the two. Then this is a production clock. And now on the right hand bottom side, you see all the inputs that I have. And this is important. So vMix has a multitude of versions that are available. And I'm going to only look at the, let's say, HD or up version. So I'm not going into SD. So 1080, 1920 by 1080 or up. You've got the HD version, which allows you to have the same amount of well, actually, apart from the basic version, which is a $60 version, which is only 4 inputs, all of them have about 1,000 inputs that you can use, and that looks like quite a lot, but actually it's not that big. Because before you know it, you have 30, 40 different inputs, so it's not that big. Then if you look further, then you'll see that you can also minimize them, and you see some audio going on here. So here you see my audio. This is the audio what I'm using, and this is the audio that you see at the very end. So this is the main shot. This is the outside world of vMix. And that is important. And this is one which is blue, which means that you cannot really hear it. I can certainly let you hear it a little bit. So that is a little bit of a music going on there, which is just that was a very quick walkthrough through the full set. Now I want to go in a little bit more in depth in what I have done. So how did I divide everything? So if you start vMix for the first time, it only has 2 boxes. So the ones that you see right here, it's only the first 2 that are right there that are actually the ones that are different. All the others are are there. All the others are not there. So all of the rest are created by me. All right. So first and foremost, I always start with cameras. So this is camera 1. Which is this one, that's camera 2, that's camera 3, then that's camera 4, this is camera 5, which is not on at this moment, and then I've got the studio mic. And in order to easily do some groupings, you can also group the channels as well. So for instance, I have studio base, tech condo, on location. Studio base, that's this one. So that's really the minimal set of items that you need to go live. So that are the cameras, and that's the audio, and that's it. There's no picture-in-picture. There is no other things going on there. It's really only the camera and the cameras and the audio. That's it. That's a studio base. That's how I decided to call it. Then you've got Taekwondo, which is all the videos that I use and the audio that I use throughout the production, which you can see right here. And then I have On Location, and this is the live view system. So these are live view that I use throughout my at-home productions that are not from that are going to my studio, but where the cameras and the live units are in the field, at a museum, at a sporting event, at a musical event, at a you name it, that kind of thing is there. And those are the groupings that I have. But of course, you'll see that I have quite a lot of additional things going on here. So let's go through further than this. I've got the studio mic, which is a USB device, which is right here. So you cannot really see anything about it. Then I've got the PC itself. Then I've got my Surface, which is not on at this moment. I've got this nice picture-in-picture setup. This is the one that I'm using. As a matter of fact, you can see that I love vMix right here. This is, by the way, from vMix at IBC 2018. They always deliver mouse mats, which I really, really like. So I want to have more of them. Of course I do. And moving on, this is the picture-in-picture of the PC. And then, of course, I have the start of the show, the leader. Then I've got this countdown timer, which is really cool. And then I've got the live view units, 1, 2, 3, 4, and OBS URL. And that's this one. So Petra will be right back. That's this one. And you might think that Petra is right back is from this system, but that's not the case, because it's actually, now I have to switch it on a little bit. I see that's all. It just went to sleeping mode. But if I go to this one, you'll actually see it. So Petra will be right back. And that's the one that I use for if I am streaming via my LiveView Solo to my studio. I can use this computer to combine everything, have a be right back screen. Also, at the start of the show, saying that I will start shortly and that kind of stuff. So that is really, really cool and very easy to do. Because, and it's also needed because you also want to avoid that the current computer has to struggle, and that's definitely the case if you have multiple streaming software there, because this is streaming software, vMix, but OBS is of course also streaming software. Moving back to the setup. So that's what I just said. Then I've got the lower third, of course, which is that one right here, which I can also show you. So let's move it in. Oh, that's what? Wait, that's that one. Let me click it open. There you go. Oh, no, come on. There you go. Petra Verbruggen. That's the way that works, so you can actually switch on and switch off. Then I've got, of course, the support one, which is roughly the same idea. So if I click that open and go to this one, I can see support Taekwondo, and it will also show you where you can support the show as well. Then I click it back. This is music, and then I have the picture-in-picture for if I have a guest. That's the one that I then use, and of course then I can also have a combination of everything, which looks like this, so that then I can talk, and on that side that side is where you will see my guest, which is also cool. Then of course you got the ticker. Let's go back to this one. Then of course you've got the ticker. You've got the social media, the QR code, very important QR code is right there, so you can tip me. And this is actually not doing a lot, but this is one that I've put in for the vMix call, so you can actually call a person that is located somewhere else. So like for instance, I did with Dan Slider just a couple of weeks ago. He's in the US and we had a talk together, and it was like he was sitting next to me. It was really, really awesome. Then of course the countdown timer, which is now doing nothing, and the stinger itself that I just started the show with. So as you can see, quite a lot of different inputs here, but if you look at it on a higher level, it's not that difficult. And everything is actually controlled by this device, which is the Stream Deck Mini that I'll just show you like this. So here you have all of those buttons, and of course I will go more in depth in this in the next episode on how you can configure this, but it's really, really cool. Now I can actually say how you can configure it because I have a little bit of time left, so let's do that. As a matter of fact, after this I am going to switch on the air conditioning, definitely. So let's go back to this. Oh, by the way, I just realized that you might have not seen it correctly. Let's go back very quickly and show this one on a bigger screen. Sorry for that. I was paying attention to the screen, but not to the right one. It happens when I do two things at once. So this is all vMix, and I actually have one bank more, which I can show you here. And that's about lights and that kind of stuff, so it's not really connected to vMix. So that's great, no worries about that. Okay, so now then you know. What we want to, oh yeah, so I wanted to show you that it's very easy to connect to Stream Elements, because the only thing that you have to do is go to shortcuts, and here you have all the shortcuts that I've programmed to respond to my button pushes here, and it's really as easy as adding a button, finding it, then pressing something, which I cannot do at this moment, but and then selecting the function that you want to do, which is a load of functions. It's crazy, a crazy amount of functions, and then that is that. So basically what I wanted to show you was how I created my vMix setup, how I like it. There are still a few things that I cannot get to work, which I might need your help with. For instance, at the end of the timer, I would love that it switches to the camera. It does not do that directly, so I have to still figure that out, how to use that, and to control the volume, that it goes very slowly, like a fade out when I at the end of the timer. That would also be very cool, and that is also still not 100% working, but that's something for another time. To next week, I will start the process of a 8-parter if it comes to the LiveView LU300, which will be recorded, and I would like to walk you through the process of doing a tutorial. So we're going to go, that tutorial will be recorded semi-live, so parts of it will be done live where you can see it and I can also react to it, but I want to do two things at once. So I will go live on Saturday and you can have a look at it. Also, moving forward, starting tomorrow, I will try to go live at least once a week via IRL, because I have all the gear to go live with IRL, but I didn't do it until now. But it can be everywhere and anywhere. So it's one time I'm going to go live because I'm going to do some Lego. The other time I'm just going to a city and showing it off. I will definitely go to IBC this year, so I will talk about that as well. There are multiple things that I can do, so I really appreciate and I would like to do that. The only thing is that it will be, the IRL part will be done on Twitch. Twitch. So as a matter of fact, I was a few weeks back. I was like, I'm probably gonna stop with Twitch, but now I have a reignited interest in it. I'd like to do a little bit more of it, so I will go further with this. But this show will be still on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitch. The Live View 300, the end result will be on YouTube. It will be released on YouTube, and the IRL streams will be on Twitch on another day than Saturday. You will see it. I will put a link to it. Don't worry, everything will be there. But then at least you know. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope that you liked it, and I hope to see you on the next one. Next one will be, of course, about the LU300, and that's during the fun fair here in Venray. And now I'm going to switch on the AC. See you around. Bye bye.